Oh, let's hear it from Shakur. Let Shakur come to your home, right? I know, we got it. There's the 1-2 on track. You ready? The 1-2. 1-2. I know. You better than him. Stop shifting him. You gotta hit him, bro. Let's go. You're gonna hate yourself.
Take this round, yo. Take this round. His feet too slow. You know he's looking for one shot. He's doing that shot. One shot. Where you going for that? Keep that down, bro. Keep that down, bro. His feet too slow. His feet too slow. There you go. Jab. There you go. Yeah, he heard me. I'm saying he knows what's happening.
You dropped that out.
Oh! Finish him!
Oh! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We only got to keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
One-sided ass whoop. Hey, y'all go ahead and hug it out, bro. Y'all go ahead. Oh, y'all go ahead and hug it out. Yo, oh, good jab. This is BTA. Y'all hug it out. Hey, Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in the world.
That right there was shocking. Eye-opening.
He's the best fighter in the world. Look. Yeah. Shakur came at his ass. Best fighter in the world. I'm standing on business. Best fighter in the world.
I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it for a tweet.
Y'all can't move me from that. Y'all can't move me from that, bro. And let's say that. Terrence, Shakur, Andre Ward, Roy Jones, the Avengers, they all just invested in Shakur and making him the future. That guy. You were now looking at one smart black boy. Mama ain't raised no fool.
That was incredible, dude.
Anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth, mother.
That was incredible.
That damn camp. Saquon Moses, Keyshawn Davis. What's up, baby? That was a masterclass. What's up, boy? Love you, boy.
But it's not even. Oh my goodness! I mean,
they didn't even touch it. Where's the Vaseline? Oh my God!
Yeah, it's not good.
That's. This kid is being failed tonight. When you see something like that, though, that's not right.
No, I agree. But let me ask you this. Let me throw a difficult question at you, right?
Yeah.
At what point he's a grown man? It's tough. It's a father. I get it. But at one point, as a man, does he have to make a choice? Other people have done it. We've seen other fighters. Roy Jones, one of the great fighters, did it when he left his father, when he felt he had to. We've seen fighters do it. When they felt they had to leave their father, they did. And, at what point does it become his responsibility to take control over that part of his life and make a decision and say, hey, Dad, I still love you, but I got to get somebody else here to train me.
Well, he did do that with Joey Gamache, and maybe they didn't gel and get along, the father and Gamache. But Gamache was let go, I believe, after the Lomachenko fight. I think, to answer your question, but obviously it's that point now, if not too late.
I think it's past that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, at some point, you can't just blame the father. You got to say, well, the son allowed it to continue.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it. You can sit here and be like, oh, Ron is throwing the pom-poms for Tio. Oh, he's doing all this stuff. Oh, yeah. No, I've called all this. I said Devin was gonna beat Brian. I said Crawford was gonna beat Canelo. I said, listen, Shakur gonna press Teofimo Lopez, and he's gonna try to break him mentally. Y'all call me. You can say whatever you want. You can rewind the track. Ooh, rewind that. I called it to the T. You can call me glazing, biased, all that stuff, whatever you want. All I know is I told you. I called it. I said it. Shakur's gonna win, and he's gonna press it. And I give Tio props, man. Just because you lose to Shakur don't mean nothing, dude. In hindsight, this is gonna age well. This is just gonna age well. And Tio beat Lomachenko. He beat Josh Taylor, right? He beat those two guys. He's arguably probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame. This is no disrespect to Teofimo Lopez at all. But at the end of the day, you cannot fool my eyes. If Shakur was getting cooked, he's getting cooked. I said Tio was beating him. He had a couple rounds. He was having success to the body. I called it before a lot of people probably thought. And then he did it again. Then he won the round. Then he did it again. He won the round again going to the body. So Tio made adjustments. He has a great right hook. Crawford's trolling over there.
Reaction to the fight, man.
Tio's a fucking bump. Tio, you not from fucking nigga. Easy work, man. February 21st, come watch me massacre Oscar Dante, man. Y'all gonna have to see us winning forever. What's forever?
Richardson, what's it up the most with Shakur tonight? Just overall everything.
I told y'all, man. 9-3, man. But I think Tio lucky. Did they give him a round? Fucking bum. Let's see all this.
What you think of this fight? What's your reaction of it?
Man, let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all the 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
And if you look at Shakur as a type of fighter who goes to welterweight, down to like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters go through and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight, but he does it well.
Johnny, what do you think of the fight?
Amazing fight. Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur. And I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You could tell the difference in skill set. And that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit. It wasn't about heart. It was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that tonight. So.
Connor, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was great performance. He performed really well. But ultimately, I ain't worried about him.
All right, appreciate your time.
I got my son. Hi, Eddie. Love you. What's it all about?
Yeah, don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Antonio Tarver believed Lopez's optimal strategy was to fully commit to his chaotic, high-risk approach. Tarver emphasized that Lopez's adaptability and excellent footwork would allow him to evade Stevenson's lead hand and find opportunities at close range.
I think that's the only chance he got, is to really be his ultra self, you know, doing all the things that makes him Teofimo Lopez. The footwork could be a major advantage for him. You know, being able to get inside. You know, a lot of times he fights free. You know, he don't really have a style. He does what it takes. And he's a gutsy fighter. You know what I mean? Real gutsy. He's not going to be leery to take chances. He's a gambler in there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a live underdog, I would say. A live underdog.
Mikey Garcia voiced concerns about Lopez's reliability, wondering which fighter would show up on fight night. He acknowledged that the Lopez who conquered Lomachenko and Taylor was world-class, but his erratic showings created questions. Garcia also highlighted Lopez's physical advantages, which could provide additional weapons against the more compact Stevenson.
Great matchup, tough fight. I want to see what Teofimo shows up, because sometimes it's Teofimo, the great fighter who beat Lomachenko, who beat Taylor. That's a tough Teofimo. But then we've also seen him, you know, in off nights.
Right.
And so that's kind of the only doubt, the only question that I have. You know, which Teofimo's going to show up.
What do you think he has to do to kind of deal with a guy like Shakur Stevenson? How would you approach a fighter like Shakur Stevenson if you were Teofimo Lopez with the attributes that he has?
I would think Teofimo, being that technically he's a bigger fighter, bigger size. He's been at the weight class a little more, and then just maybe build into it more. I would think he would have to use that, you know, size as an advantage. But it's hard to say, because I mean, Shakur Stevenson fucking good at what he does.
Oscar Valdez offered perspective from his 2022 encounter with Stevenson. Valdez remembered Stevenson's complete control, including dropping him in round 6, demonstrating how crucial mental toughness and game planning would be. He warned Lopez to maintain focus, as mental lapses against Stevenson had proven costly for previous opponents.
If we go off paper, I would say Shakur Stevenson, but I would hate to say that, because I can see Teofimo Lopez doing the opposite. And then it's going to be like, I thought, you know, Oscar Valdez thought Shakur was going to win and Teofimo won. He was like, no. I think Teofimo Lopez, it's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Because, you know, Teofimo's been proving it before. And I got to emphasize this, you know, if someone can pull it off, it's definitely Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez doesn't do it, I don't see who's going to beat Shakur Stevenson. I don't see another fighter who will beat him. As I know I said Pitbull, I think because I think Pitbull came with some problems, but I wouldn't see no one else beating him unless Shakur Stevenson goes to 147, and then he's obligated to have some competition with I don't know, Ben Conner and all the other welterweights who are doing.
O'Shaquie Foster presented contrasting thoughts based on his sparring sessions with Stevenson. He observed that Stevenson excelled when he felt athletically dominant, but vulnerabilities emerged when that advantage disappeared. Foster thought Lopez could equal or surpass Stevenson's physical attributes and possessed knockout power that could create problems.
You said, my opinion on him and Tio?
Yeah, do you think he beats him? Because essentially, if he beats him, I assume he would probably stay at 140 then.
Nah, styles make fights. I don't know. I don't really see. I think that's a bad style matchup for Shakur.
Really? You're like the 10th person that's told me this. I kid you not. Like, it's just because I know the obvious people will be like, Shakur's undefeated. He's a defensive fighter. Tio's kind of struggled with the boxer, but I've just talked to someone again today. Like, everyone favors kind of like Tio for some reason, just from what I've talked to. So why is that? Because you sparred Shakur, and I guess you would know better. So, I mean,
Shakur, he likes to be the most athletic guy in the ring. When he's not, he has problems. Shakur kinda, he's a right-hander fighting out of southpaw stance. So when you meet guys like that's athleticism, that fight with that strong hand in the back, you're gonna have to rely on more than just your jab and the rangefinder. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me, do he got a solid left hand?
I mean, I haven't been punched.
You seen him throw it. You seen him throw it, but you've never seen him hurt or knock nobody out with it. So I just think when you meet certain guys, that's why I say the style. You meet certain guys, you're gonna have to rely on both of them things, both of them hands. You know what I mean? And I just think it's a bad style matchup for him. I see Teofimo beating him.
Roy Jones Jr. provided strategic guidance, insisting Lopez must embrace danger to defeat Stevenson. He stressed Lopez needed to engage in firefights rather than attempting to outbox Stevenson at range. Jones explained Stevenson's quickness and defensive skills made clean shots difficult, forcing Lopez to accept punishment while delivering his own. He concluded the outcome would depend on desire and determination.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's gonna be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a really good fight.
Amir Khan supported Lopez, emphasizing his knockout ability and all-around skills. He believed Lopez could elevate his performance level, noting Stevenson hadn't encountered someone combining Lopez's pace and power. The move up in weight created additional questions for Stevenson, who needed to demonstrate his techniques remained effective against larger competition.
The fight between Stevenson and Lopez, what a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him, I've had him on the pod, he bangs hard, he's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez, he's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on.
Antonio Tarver suggested Lopez's optimal path was securing an early stoppage. He cautioned that attempting to win rounds against a polished boxer over the full distance would probably backfire. Tarver stressed Lopez's erratic nature and instinct-based fighting, particularly if he could get inside and unsettle Stevenson.
I think that's the only chance he got, is to really be his ultra self, doing all the things that makes him Teofimo Lopez. The footwork could be a major advantage for him. Being able to get inside. A lot of times he fights free. He don't really have a style. He does what it takes. And he's a gutsy fighter. Real gutsy. He's not going to be leery to take chances. He's a gambler in there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a live underdog, I would say. A live underdog.
Frank Martin examined the contrasting approaches. He noted Lopez's movement, hand speed, and punching power created threats throughout the ring. Stevenson favored security and dominance, which succeeded but could backfire if carefulness became inactivity and tight rounds influenced scoring.
Man, that fight right there, I think this is going to be like I think it's going to be Shakur best opponent for him, style-wise and all of that, just because I feel like they match him up perfect. He a good fighter, he a great boxer, but they match him up perfect. And I feel like Teofimo, he got a little bit of everything. He got like good feet, he got speed, power. I don't know how I see that fight. Man.
You think it's
gonna be different, I don't see it being like we see what Shakur do when he fight a puncher. You know what I'm saying? When he fought De Los Santos, he stayed out of the way. He ain't want to get hit. Man, it's a good fight.
We've also seen Teo struggle against boxers too, right? So that's what makes it interesting. To your point about De Los Santos and Shakur, and then on the other side, Teo, when he's Sandor Martin or guys giving him movement, he seems to struggle with that too. So
I think that's a good matchup. That fight can go either way. I ain't leaning like that fight can go to either one of them. They both hella skill.
It's like respectfully 50-50, but then when you really
That's how I feel.
You start to analyze it, you could go 60-40 either way, to be honest with you. It's a very close and really good competitive fight.
He observed Lopez possessed exceptional physical gifts, but questionable mental strength, excelling in major bouts, but frequently appearing uncertain against weaker competition, even while winning.
He wins it comfortably, yeah. I think he wins it comfortably. I think, you know, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You know, you can see in some fights he struggles. Teo does struggle. You know, now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles. And, you know, he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. You know, it might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But then after that, I feel like, you know, Shakur is probably going to start stepping up, and Teo's going to try to hit him, and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, you know, and that's the one that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, yeah, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Now, not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds.
Abel Sanchez saw the matchup as determining who would step forward and create excitement. He feared it might become overly careful, but expected Lopez's ego and goals would drive him to apply intelligent aggression and force Stevenson into genuine battles.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you and he wants to counter punch. He's gonna have to be a different guy this time. He's gonna have to attack. He's gonna have to be leading the fight, or else it's gonna be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's gonna wait for him, then it's not gonna be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that I honestly, I see a draw. I don't know why I see a draw, but I just see them both having great rounds and giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
Paulie Malignaggi blended passion with technical breakdown. He slightly preferred Stevenson while cautioning against dismissing Lopez. He observed Lopez typically peaked when written off and faltered under heavy pressure, creating a razor-thin contest. Malignaggi celebrated Stevenson's abilities while acknowledging Lopez as someone who manufactured victory through disorder.
You want to give Shakur the edge, and I do, but Teo is not something to play with, because when he's got his back to the wall, he becomes the most difficult guy to deal with, you know? And he's got his best performances when people count him out. And then when people feel like he's going to win easily, he's got his worst performances. So this is one of those times where Teo could make it really, really interesting. Shakur, for me, is a possible pound-for-pound #1 at one time. But if there's a guy who could be a threat to him, it is Teo, because Teo has that little bit of difference-making ability.
Is this a 60-40 fight? Is it still close?
I mean, it's probably 60-40, maybe even higher, but that's a live 30 and 40 by Teofimo, because again, the way he shows up is very, very difficult and tricky.
But it's very rare for fighters to fight in their prime nowadays. They're both, 28 years old. They're fighting in their prime. Yeah. You got to give a lot of respect to both of them, right?
Yeah, you do. And that's the problem. You don't see a lot of fights happening in guys' primes. They milk the money and stuff like that. That's why I give these two guys credit.
Clarissa Shields supported Stevenson, highlighting his ring intelligence and adjustment ability. She explained he remained multiple moves ahead, capitalizing on minor errors. Though she acknowledged Lopez's talent and background, Shields cautioned that overlooking Stevenson's power and precision could spell disaster for the title holder.
My thoughts is that's going to be a very competitive fight. I think that Teo is very athletic. He's very experienced, but Shakur is the man. Shakur is hard to beat. He's skilled. Shakur is skilled. Shakur, man, the dude got power. He can fight any style. He's a thinker. He's 5 steps ahead of you. Whatever you think you're going to do, Shakur 5 steps ahead of you. So I look forward to seeing this fight. I think it's going to be good, but I feel like Shakur is going to come out on top. He's going to win. And Hopefully Tio don't have his hands down and he get caught slipping because Shakur has been showing some power.
Is this like a Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns type of fight? This is this era's Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns?
We got two slick fighters. No.
It's not.
What was your reaction to this fight? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more boxing content like this.